Good morning everyone and welcome to the 2025 Outer East Football Netball Premier Division Grand Final Day here at the Don Road Sporting Complex in Hillsville. We respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we gather today, the Wurundjeri people, and we pay our respects to all elders past and present. Today's A-grade Grand Final will be played between the Mount Evelyn Football Netball Club and the Wandin Football Netball Club. Would you please welcome onto court today our umpires for this Grand Final, James Morrison.
Go James.
Brad Keats.
Go Brad.
And Kieran Cantwell.
I'm pretty good with the players. So
our bench officials, Bev White.
Okay, no, easy, no worries.
Brooke Fennessy. Michelle Tomlinson. And Rachel Hayes. Court Supervisor, Joe Owen. Starting with Mount Evelyn's bench, Coach Caitlin Black. Assistant coaches, Adrian Ballantyne and Laura Black. And primary carer, Sal Johnson. And Wandin's team bench, Coach Ruby Kidd. Team manager, Marley Smart. Introducing our players under court, starting with Mount Evelyn, Mary Barr. Ella Bolus. Debbie Billy. Jackie Black. Caitlin Hoskin. Jessica Hoskin. Jacinta McGinley. Kayla Swindle. And Ava Upton. And Fernanda Billy Billy. Annie Brown. Harry Dalton. Captain Maddie George. Kyle Kimpton. Claudia Summers, Ryan Speaks, and many more. We now invite you to stand if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of the Australian National Anthem.
paraphernalia like not many defenders can match.
For holding, and we've seen Megan put her first goal on the board.
There we go, that'll settle in there. So Kayla Megan missed the first one, but Wandin do have the lead for the moment, 2-1.
So breaking by Maddie George, they're just trying to cover the front space on Bayless, and she's sitting I'd love to see the it is a grand final. It's
and if not, making it easy for Wandin to attack. Dolphin goes out wide to Meager. Here is Wallmeyer.
cuts and goal line drives as she slips through, so just trying to be a little bit further off the body to give herself a bit of a margin to react. We'll see if she changes that up this next one, as we see a beautifully long range shot by Upton. That would have been a super shot, I think, if we had the ball painted that way.
She looked up to the occasion so far, but for someone who's only 17 years of age, this is just about the biggest stage, and no, she's handling herself pretty well for the moment. So Wallmeyer, Meager, little underground one's a beautiful one to Dolphin. She'll go short to Maddie Wallmeyer, and then back to Maddie George. It's much longer this time again, Lee.
Worth a look though.
Yep. Shots down low, but it contact, so Kayla Meager. Beautiful, she converts. Gets Wandin back in front, well that's still in 1 goal margin. But this is just what we expected, sir. It's been pretty tight. I think it's going to stay like that for most of the day.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So first interchange here, so Kayla Meager comes off, Lauren Spinks on.
That's a great drive, and I love to see that because there's probably been a bit of only half drives in the circle when the goals have been hitting bodies, so finishing the drive all the way through just makes those defenders make a choice of who they're covering. As you see some great depth by Kaylee Dolphin there, and Spinks straight into the game in that goal attack role. Sinks her first shot.
Yep.
And Meager, I think did a great role.
Yeah.
So it might just be to make sure that we've got fresh legs throughout the game, rolling that change really early. And obviously Spinks has a lot of experience at that VNL level as well.
She definitely does. Of course, alongside of Molly and Blake for the Peninsula Plays, there we go, nearly for Maddie Warmeyer. Kayla Swindle.
And Spinks plays down there with her too, so they've probably got a bit of experience together down there.
Definitely. But you know what, Kayla, this is really her first full-time year of A-grade netball, and I think she's definitely been up to it. Played mostly B-grade last year and the year before that. But
I'd love to see that first ball just go into the goalers. Probably just trying to swing it a little bit when there's one right in front. It might just be the angle of the goalers. Pop might need to be a little bit wider, but then we'd see the defenders have to shift. We're probably just holding onto the ball a little bit in that attacking end from Mount Evelyn. So again, great depth on the setup here. Good setup together from Wandin.
Dolphin come back to Maddie George.
Yeah, and again, great coverage of that top of the circle by the two mid-court defence for Mount Evelyn, and a touch from Upton. Oh, unfortunately, a great line to the ball. Just caught the arm with Kimpton. So we're seeing a set up together from those Wandin mid-court, which opens it up a little bit better. I'm sure the Blaze coaches, albeit one on the court, a couple on the court, would love their partnerships happening out there, but we see an offensive contact. Again, great positioning from Caitlin Black. Unfortunately, drive just stopped there from Bayless. Good that they're letting the ball go, just need to finish those drives all the way through.
So a chance to regain the lead for Mount Evelyn, goes begging. Come back to Kimpton. Over the top to Maddie Warmeyer. Warmeyer retreats to Kimpton, who then gets it back to Warmeyer.
There's a lot of hitting bodies, yeah.
Yes. No, it's quite physical between these two. Definitely lives up to the rivalry for sure.
And well done by the umpire there, just making a call. And again, an offensive contact against Harley Dolphin for holding around the circle. I think Caitlin Black had a great line to that ball anyway. But well done to the umpire for just pausing time there for a little bit, explaining what needed to happen, where the penalty needed to be set, and everyone could take a break.
Yep.
So again, another defensive contact in the circle, just using the body instead of moving the feet there. And again, that's the draw. If that draw gets taken from a strong drive from the goalers in there, it's very hard to cover defensively.
And Rory Barr converts and gets Mount Evelyn back in front. So third lead change of the game. Over Upton, back to Kayla Swindle. So Mount Ev just with just a little bit of ascendancy, not much.
And again, great depth from Bayless to start deep, and it just allowed Swindle that front. So Bayless is actually getting covered by two a lot of the time, which means if she takes them away, there's some beautiful front space on for Swindle to fill.
That was up for some fast ball movement.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very good.
I've seen that on this court a few times by Bayless. It's probably Priestley back then.
Yeah, yes, probably. Oh, Kayla Swindle.
Oh, and her ankle's gone a little bit there, but she'll be right.
I think she's more worried about the skinned elbow, but no, she's okay. But had a couple of very nice clean intercepts. That one just didn't quite come off. Spinks to Dolphin. Oh, she offloads just in time.
Some great footwork by the defenders in there. And a nice place pass over the back.
Swindle to Bayless.
So see a lot of covering second phase here from Wandin. So setting up deep.
Nicely taken by Kayla Swindle. Well, beautifully done to spot Ella Bayless, and here is over Upton.
They've got a lovely connection, Swindle and Bayless through there. Nice job to release the ball.
They definitely do. Maddie Warmeyer with the centre pass. So Wandin trying to regain this lead. Dolphin pulls the trigger to Warmeyer. But Ginnerly can't cut it up high, up and under ball. Marley Black does well, up against Caitlin Black. Doesn't convert. Black. There we go.
Yeah.
Quarter time. Well, that followed a very quick first quarter, I've got to say. So Lauren Spinks for the final say. Gets it to drop. And Wandin get one back right on the quarter time siren, Sarah. Very tight game to start things off in the first.
Yeah, and look, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I think we're going to have this for 4 quarters and maybe even longer. So well done to both teams for settling there. It'll be interesting to see what happens next quarter.
Most definitely. We'll fly back to the studios now for our quarter time break. When we come back, we'll bring you all the action from the second quarter. For the second quarter of our Premier Division A-grade netball grand final between Wandin and Mount Evelyn. If you are just tuning in, it is currently just 1 goal the difference, 12-11. As we are about to get things underway, it's Kayla Swindle with a centre pass. It's Mount Evelyn with a 1 goal lead. And so the Rovers into attack straight away. Bayless back to Swindle, onto Rory Barr.
So we see Hoskin in at goal attack now. maybe just giving Upton that break since she's already played a game today.
Yeah, oh, there we go. So it comes back to Ruby Tidd into Maddie Warmire. Just lost my team sheet as well, that's all right. Know the players well enough. Lauren Spinks.
Yep, and we've got Jackie Black on into goal defence as well. So this might be a bit of a height match-up here. Potentially also just mixing it up on Spinks.
There we go, mate. Joe looking after me. I've got my team sheet back. Maddie Warmire to Spinks. George onto Warmire. Hoskin losing her footing at an inopportune time. Caitlin Black. Contact.
That was great repositioning by KB there, but strong hands by Marley too, which has improved a lot over the last 24 months for her. She's done a lot of hard work away from the court too.
So back in front of Wandin, 13 goals to 12. Third lead change of the game.
So we see that second phase defence again Wandin's putting on. So really clogging up deep on that second phase.
I guess one of the interesting ones, because they both all play with each other in the VNLs, they all kind of know each other's tricks and game plans, so that's probably
similar game plans, I'd say.
I think so, yeah.
Great drive all the way through there by Hoskin. Unfortunately, that one doesn't fall for her first shot. Hopefully she can settle when the attempts happen next.
Kayla Swindle gets the hand in, but just gives away contact. So Ruby Tidd can try and exit Wandin out of defence. Pulls a long drive, and Maddie Warmire had a paddock to work with. She'll go short to Lauren Spinks, over the top to Carly Dolphin.
A great cut by Spinks there.
Good feed from Carly Dolphin. Lauren Spinks completes the job, puts it out to a 2-goal difference. They've got the centre pass, so a potential 3-goal margin on offer here, Sarah, for Wandin.
Yeah, they've started the quarter really well, so they might have gone away and talked about a couple of those things at the break, and particularly that second phase shutdowns being really effective.
Most certainly. So comes back to Maddie George, right up to the transverse line. Short to Dolphin, looked at Warmire, nicely done to Spinks. Good work rate from Maddie Warmire to get across, and an even better feed, and Amalia Blake will get 3 goals the difference.
There's a nice switch between the Mount Ev defenders, but unfortunately when the ball's placed well from a circle edge feed, there's not much else you can do.
Yep. Here we go, another turnover, so Wandin can counter-attack again. So nicely done, Tidd, George, Warmire. Did well not to step into the circle. George back to Ruby Tidd, onto Warmire again. Long drive, beautifully done to Maddie George. Got into a good spot. Carly Dolphin back to Maddie George. Now they're inside the attacking third, Warmire. Short to Lauren Spinks, back to Warmire.
Some really great control from the older heads on the court here from Wandin. They've just taken control of the pace of the game there.
Yep.
And so they're piled on the first 5 goals of the quarter.
They have, yep, so to a 4-goal difference. And Ava Upton, straight back on, so that Katie Hoskin change has only lasted about 2 or 3 minutes. Warmire calls to Spinks to come at her, and she does. She'll go back to Lauren Spinks, and now Mount Evelyn do force a turnover, so this might be a chance to start cutting back into the margin. Swindle involved, up to Bayliss. Looked at Jess Hoskin momentarily. Ava Upton, who's back on the court. Nicely taken to the one hand by Ella Bayliss to Kayla Swindle.
And good coverage by Ruby Tidd there, really switching into the front space, and another nice swing to the top by Bayliss.
Rory Barr, this has become such a crucial shot at goal, and she's got it. There we go, back to 3 goals the difference. Can they get the next one, Mount Ev? Just to settle things back down. Kayla Swindle out to Ella Bayliss. Over the top, nicely taken in the pocket there by Upton. She comes back to Bayliss. Good placement for Swindle. Swindle offloads to Bayliss just in time, and now Rory Barr gets involved. This for back-to-back goals from Mount Ev to get it back to 2 goals the difference. So Ruby Tidd taken out of it. And Rory Barr this time does convert. So there we go. Just a couple of settlers there, Sarah. They'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, I think it was what was needed. So we'll be interested to see how they respond defensively here as well, Mount Ev. A nice swing to the pocket. Lauren Spinks has done a really good job of coming on the court, releasing and going straight away. It's just opening up some really good space. Some nice hands over the shot. Unfortunately, just falling in there. Nice shot to drop from Spinks.
Yep. 17-14 the way of Wandin. As Gabby Bingley's about to come on as wing defence here for Jess Hoskin. Beautifully taken by Kayla Swindle. Wasn't the most favourable pass, but made it work. Ella Bayliss as well.
Some real physical stuff happening in that circle.
Here we go. So Mount Ev maintain possession. Swindle.
And
Upton.
smart by Upton just to move off the court there. She was getting tagged quite closely by the Wandin defenders, and just to step off the court, because obviously you can't defend off court, just to give herself that breathing space, and then has connected in beautifully to get that one through to goal.
It's beautifully done, Rory Barr. She gets it back to 2 goals the difference, but Wandin still with a handy little margin. Bayliss gets the hand in, but trickles out of play. Will stay with Wandin.
So again, dropping back on the circle edge here. Oh, and close. Great release of the ball by Dolphin. Really well placed pass.
And Amalia Blake maintains the 3-goal margin. So Wandin just with a slight ascendancy, but man, if I'm going to let this stretch out too much, you wouldn't think Bayliss just pulls the trigger onto Rory Barr. She'll probably go back to Bayliss, and she does, this time all the way out wide to Swindle. And good positioning there from over Upton. And gets the responding goal for Mount Evelyn, back to 2 goals the difference. So Walmart to Spinks.
And well done by Caitlin Black just to cause that hesitation.
Yep.
I think Dolphin heard the footsteps coming. And to be honest, we all pack it in when KB starts running from behind at times.
She just has a sixth sense of what opposition mid-quarters are going to do. She's just incredible.
So hopefully they reward her. Really smart work by Bingley there just to slow it down. And again, great tagging by Kai Kimpton. Like every ball that's been taken down there, the Wandin defenders are so close. So some really great one-on-one defence happening down there by Wandin.
No, most definitely. They've just... Oh, Rory Barr, nicely done. Kimpton did everything she could, but Mount Evelyn cut it back to 1 goal the difference. And with the centre pass here...
And they've done a positional switch again. So you can see Tid out on Upton here. And Kimpton shifting back into more of that goalkeeper role.
Yep. Good long drive, and Mount Ev, unfortunately for them, turned it over on Wandin. Regain possession.
That pass is probably on. The
Yep.
space is out there when the eyes are down of the defenders. Unfortunately, Barr's eyes were just down a little bit then too.
Yep.
So we'll see if Mount Ev can respond by turning over again here. And great vision by Carly Dolphin into the circle.
Fantastic.
KB just out hunting again, unfortunately got caught out that time.
Yep. No, absolutely spot on there. Carly Dolphin. Amalia Blake had so much room and converts an easy opportunity. So wanted again just with this 2-goal break and looking to make it 3 goals just into McGinley. Oh! Bit of a head clash, and it's going to be contact going Wandin's way. What do you think about that, Sarah?
It's actually called repossession.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I took my eyes off for a split second, let's say.
Okay. So Maddie George gets them moving to Dolphin. Dolphin's got offload. She's taken too long. Well done, Matt
I
Evelyn.
might call that one netball karma a little bit, I think.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Some great defensive work from Mount Ev there to get that one back.
Yep.
So again, that middle drive needs to happen, but we probably need to see Mount Ev look a little bit more laterally to open up the fat side of the court. So Bingley could come and actually park herself out near the transverse line in the far channel, just to, as I say in footy, open the fat side a bit.
Yep. Swindle.
So again, some great defence from Wandin on that centre pass. And awesome vision. So that's that space opening up again. So really great that Barr had eyes on that ball that time. So you see Wandin starting right up on the line here for this first, and they go back door, straight back to Walmire. So really smart by Walmire to recognise that.
How's this going to...
Yeah, it's really hard to judge that one because obviously Swindle's in a front position going up with 2 hands, but it might just be the movement towards the player. That's why she's getting pulled there.
Caitlin Black with essentially a boundary throw in there. That was
throw and hope off balance. So we see Claudia Semos coming into the wing defence role for Wandin here. So Claude is another really young and upcoming player who plays a beautiful centre wing defence role. But actually in her juniors played a lot of goal attack. So one of those really smart players. And we're seeing Maddie George shift across into that goal defence role. So that change coming a bit earlier than it has in previous weeks.
Yep.
And Claude is in the leadership group at Blaze for the VNL reserves too. So nice to see her get that chance, and the coaches have the confidence in her to put her on now.
Definitely. Walmire to Spinks, so Wandin to push it back out to 2 goals the difference. It nearly popped out, but eventually for Lauren Spinks, it does drop. 20 goals to 20 reads the 20 to 21. Sorry, the scoreboard not reading correctly for a moment there. Ella Bayliss.
Unfortunately, Walmire's body position pushing in a backwards motion got put out of play for that one.
Yep. Bayliss looking to go short to Upton. Eventually, that is what she does. Ava Upton.
Yep. And really smart just to go back out, refeed, let Bar shift into that position.
So Ava Upton comes back to Ella Bayliss. Maddie George does well, gets the hand in.
So this is probably a more experienced combination in the circle here for Wandin.
Yep.
So we're really interested to see how the 2 young goalers adjust here for Mount Ev.
Definitely. So Rory Barr to get things back on an even keel. Ava Upton, well done off the rebound. And eventually she does get it back to a level pegging, 21 apiece, about midway through the second.
And we see McGinley back on into that goal defence role as well.
Yep. And Kate Hoskin, I believe, coming in as wing attack now for Ella Bayliss.
Yeah. And another great feed from Dolphin there into Blake. Awesome vision.
And there we go, back to 1 goal the difference. I wonder if we might see Ella come into centre potentially, but not too sure. Ava Upton gets involved. Good vision out to Swindle. Ruby Tidd with front spot on Rory Barr, but Ava Upton again with front spot. Oh, he's going to go Wandin's way.
Just great front position by Tidd there.
Crucial moments in this game. So Ruby Tidd looks to Maddie Walmire, but then just goes short to Semos. Comes back to Maddie George. And it'll all start again with Ruby Tidd.
And a lot of these players are really good mates off the court,
yes.
But I think they've left that as they stepped over that line today.
You have to, though, don't you? You've got to sort of put that beside you or behind you for a little bit.
And obviously these 2 clubs have a lot of history as well.
They do. No, it stems into the footy as well. It's a club rivalry, but I think definitely the netball there's a bit extra because of the North East Blaze connection. So Spinks over the top to Maddie Walmire.
A great swing to the top. Again, the goal is just getting caught a little bit.
Yep.
We'd love to see that movement continue to happen at both ends, from particularly the goal attacks and also the moving goaler in Rory Barr, just to open that space up. So a 2-goal margin here to Wandin.
Dolphin looks up ahead to Spinks, but she'll go longer to Amalia Blake, who gets it. No, it's going to go Caitlin Black's way. So Mount Evelyn on the counter-attack. Bingley involved for the first time in the grand final. Swindle back to Bingley.
And this is a really critical moment here with only a couple of minutes left in the quarter and a 2-goal margin. So really critical for the young heads here for Mount Ev to stay composed at this crucial time in the quarter and the game.
Hoskin. Walmire can't quite pick it off. Swindle puts it up. Maddie George with front spot, can't.
And just first hands to Bar there, I think.
Oh, the Wandin crowd aren't happy about it. So in all that, Sarah, they do get it back to 1 goal the difference, and they can potentially level it here.
Yeah, just over a minute left, so it'll be really crucial to see what happens towards this end of the quarter here.
What would you be doing in Mount Ev? You're trying to attack and get it back? No, never mind.
So an offensive contact down here as well. So well done by Semos to be in that body position.
Yep. She pulls it long to Dolphin, then goes shorter to Walmire, and beautifully done by Lauren Spinks out the back, and Wandin get it back to that 2-goal difference with half-time fast approaching. So now Mount Ev really on the back foot here. They've got to try and defend. Dolphin back to George. Spinks puts it up. Well done, Caitlin Black.
Great repositioning. So about 30 to 40 seconds left in the quarter here for Mount Ev.
Do you want to try and fire one more, you reckon?
Yep.
Yep. So they've got to be quick. Caitlin Black to McGinley. Swindle comes laterally to McGinley, then she goes laterally the other way onto Bingley. Upton. Oh, Maddie Walmire beautifully done this time. She is able to cut it off. Wandin can potentially extend it to 3 goals, but they come back to Ruby Tidd.
This is probably where they're missing that experience of Bayliss at this time.
Yep.
those last two critical moments, turning over. And a repossession call, so close to time here.
Swindle. Dolphin can't quite get it under her control. Bingley keeps them moving. McGinley, and that will do us for half-time in the Premier Division A-grade netball grand final between Mount Evelyn and Wandin. And the Dogs with a slender 2-goal margin at the main change, 22-24. And Sarah, just the contest we were expecting coming into today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're in for a real treat in the second half.
Definitely. No, we'll head off to a break now for half-time. When we come back, we'll bring you all the action from what should be a very intriguing second half. Just a good old shake there from Rory Barr. So ball is going to be in the centre. It will be Kayla Swindle, centre pass.
And we see Mega back on in goal attack for Wandin as well to start the quarter.
Yep. So Rory Barr presents nicely. Short feed to Upton. Beautifully done. This is a good start from Mount Evelyn. Can Rory Barr seal the deal? She most certainly can. And so we see Claudia Seymour stay on as wing defence. Maddie George stays as goal defence for the moment. Meager over the top to Carly Dolphin. Nicely taken.
Yeah, and I'm really Glad to see Claudia get that opportunity to start the quarter. As we see, awesome body position by Jacinta McGinley there to draw the contact against Meager.
So Caitlin Black. Back it comes.
So, yeah, Claudia does a great job of also bringing the ball through court as well with those attacking skills. Unfortunately, Bayliss couldn't keep that one in. So, again, great pressure by Seymour in that wing defence role.
So comes back into the hands of Ruby Tidd, who's looking laterally, but then she fakes and goes to Carly Dolphin straight up the line. Here is Kayla Meager. Back on the court to Seymour. Bayliss gets a hand in, but can't complete it legally, so it'll...
Offside. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yep.
Still wasn't legal.
No, obviously it wasn't legal either. I thought it might have been contact. Just got a foot over the line.
So we see Lauren Spinks here on the sideline with the goal shooter bib on as well. So maybe looking to go to a moving circle. And again, great placement by Wallmeyer to Blake. And the strong hands again by Blake to rip that one in.
And back to 2 goals, the difference for Wandin. So Mount Evo still in it. Bayliss taking it nicely over Upton. Controlled it well in the end. Another good one-handed take by Kayla Swindle, in fact. And Mount Ev can continue to press Upton back to Swindle.
And probably when Bayliss played in one of her Mount Ev grand finals earlier in the day, some of these kids on the court might not have even been quite born yet. So,
possibly.
I'm sure she'll love me pointing that out.
There we go. So it comes back to Kayla Meager. Wallmeyer out wide to Dolphin. Fakes.
So, a lot of movement in that circle now. See Spinks still catch a body and open up at the post. So just need to adjust here a little bit, the Mount Ev defenders.
So it's an interesting one because I feel like you're probably giving up the one-on-one to KB a bit with Lauren Spinks, but you reckon that mobility is probably more what they're going for in this third, is what you're saying?
Oh, potentially. It might just be to give people a bit of a mental break too. Like Blake's obviously up against an extremely strong player down there, and sometimes if you have that 2 or 3 or 5 or 15-minute freshen up, it could be that what you need just to mix it up a little bit as well. So it makes KB then have to think again about what she's doing. And they could be a really critical few minutes.
Well done, Lauren Spinks. Good take in the one hand. Can she convert? Yeah, she most certainly can. Back to 2 goals, the difference for Wandin. So again, a pretty even keel in this third quarter. Wandin still just with that slight advantage on the scoreboard.
And I'd love to see Kayla do that a little bit more. So when she sees Bayliss is deep on second phase, just take that front space a little bit earlier. As we see Seymour do an awesome job there to cover Bayliss. Back into the hand. So again, just release and go needs to happen a little bit more through that circle from the goalers from Mount Ev.
So Ella Bayliss, crucial moment here. Can she...
So again, we just need a bit more movement here from the goalers. So that will then draw the penalty. There
we go, spot on, Sarah. Rory Barr in the meantime gets it back to 1 goal the difference. So they're thereabouts, but still a little bit of work to do for Mount Ev if they want to try and regain this lead. Dolphin beautifully done to Lauren Spinks. Quick ball movement. Here we go. Caitlin Black forces the turnover. So here's their chance, Sarah.
And it might even be Mount Evelyn or potentially have a bit of a look at shutting down the goal shooter punch in the middle. So it could even be wing defence and Bingley push back to cover the shooter drive out potentially.
Yep. Oh. There we go. So it's disappointing for Mount Ev. 2 opportunities have gone begging. I just missed what happened there with Lauren Spinks.
Yeah, I think she copped a bit of attention from McGinley.
Yep. So Kayla Meager is involved. Caitlin Black, 3rd time lucky as it will find out a couple of moments. McGinley gets up at the right time. On to Ava Upton. They're inside the attacking third man. Ev, here's their chance to potentially level it. Swindle.
And you could just see Bayliss there. She knew it was the 3rd opportunity and she wanted that ball in her safe hands. So that connection up the court and then just taking that nice steady approach allows them to convert. So with the centre pass now, they have the chance to take the lead, Mount Evelyn.
Which will be probably first time since early days in the second, but...
And again, just Bayliss gone up that level, and another whistle here from that movement of the shooters in that Mount Ev circle.
So Ava Upton comes back to Ella Bayliss. Here is Rory Barr. This to put Mount Evelyn back in front. Rory Barr, cool as you like, figuratively and literally, as the breeze just starts to pick up a bit here at Don Road. Carly Dolphins. So now Wandin find themselves in arrears. High up and under ball. Eventually Maddie George parks it. Long drive is a good one in the end. She had to offload. Wallmeyer in fact. Oh, well done Lauren Spinks. Crucial, and she gets it back on a level pegging. 28 apiece.
Malia Blake up on the rolling subs line now to potentially move back into that shooter role.
Rory Barr back to Ella Bayliss. Now Kayla Swindle. Rory Barr tracking back. It's going to come all the way across.
Great take by Bayliss.
And an appeal for contact there from Ruby Tidd, but none forthcoming.
Yeah, I think that was the reaction.
Yep.
There's a lot of attention happening in that circle.
Yeah. There was a story. It did get pretty physical back in round 10 between Ruby Tidd and Ava Upton. I don't know the full story, but might see a bit of that again today. So
again, great cover there by Swindle to cause that hesitation. I'd love to see a quicker transition from Mount Ev out to get depth first. A lot of just sitting there in line with the ball carrier. So we need someone to break through just to open that space up as a drawing lead, not necessarily to receive.
So Upton presents nicely. Swindle again, so clean in the one hand and beautiful feed over Upton. This to make it 2 goals the difference. Oh no.
And they've spoiled each other there, unfortunately,
the
Wandin defenders. I'd love to see Ava, just when she's taking that front, just pop her shoulder up a little bit higher and broader, just to really lock the defender out. She's allowing sometimes the defender to just come around on that front hold a little bit. So just keep that front shoulder up a little bit higher. As we see Hoskin come back into that wing defence role, I think Gabby Bingley can be really proud of that. She did a really great job through there. And may need to be used a bit later on in the game as well, potentially.
I think so. Bayliss feeds to Upton this for a 3-goal difference, and she's got it. That's Meta's biggest lead of the game as well.
I think what we can agree on is that both coaches are sport for choice on their bench, so it's just about knowing what to roll at the appropriate time.
No, 100%. Meager, Dolphin, Amalia Blake who's back on, and suddenly this has become a pretty crucial look at goal.
Yeah, Kimpton we see roll into that wing defence role now, so we might just see a bit of tagging, see if she can get under Bayliss' skin here a little bit. So we already see the physicality there. A great take by Swindle.
Got to say, Sarah, it's one thing that always amazes me with the netballs is how you can just bounce back up after crashing into the asphalt like that.
I don't think you have a choice, really, do you? So I'm really glad the umpire's blowing the whistle very strongly here just to address that. It is just getting a little bit physical even at both ends.
Well, you were spot on about Kai Kimpton being physical. He literally did not waste any time to get under Ella Bayliss' skin. And in the meantime, Mount Evelyn stretching back out to 3 goals the difference.
And Kai's a beautiful player too. I've had the pleasure of being able to play and coach Kaya, play with her, and her ability to create a line to the ball and her quickness off the mark is beautiful to watch. So we'll see what she can do in this wing defence role here in this second half.
So it's back to 2 goals the difference, 32-30. Kayla Swindle out to Ava Upton. Long drive, Ella Bayliss tracks back, gets it under her control. Here we go. So now Wandin's chance to counter-attack. Tid short to Maddie George.
And Spinks has rolled back on into that goal attack rollers now for Wandin.
Dolphin. Oh, Ava Upton. Nicely done. Gets the hand in. Repels the initial attack for Wandin. Stays with Maddie George, who's not too sure where to go. Hoskin,
So close.
Had the front spot, just had a bit too much hold on it for her. Spinks back to Dolphin. Well done, Carly Dolphin. Lauren Spinks does get it to drop. It's back to 1 goal the difference, and importantly for Wandin, they've got the centre pass, Sarah.
Yeah, and again, Spinks, I think, just creates a lot of space in that attacking end down there. And well done, McGinley, for running through with that. A repossession called in the end against Blake anyway. We see Jackie Black here on the sideline getting ready to roll on. I'm just wondering if McGinley might be carrying a little niggle or something.
Yeah, potentially.
And some great timing of the ribbons to come out of the hair just to give everyone a bit of a breather. And I can see that look in Maddie Wallmeyer's eye right now as she means business. So we'll see how that plays out for the last 5 minutes or so in this quarter.
Ella Bayliss, so Mandev looking to try and stretch it back out to 3 goals. A lot of bibs coming off today as well. I think it's partly due just to the physicality of it all.
And again, really smart by Upton, just to walk off the court there a little bit, give herself that breathing space. And again, she's copping a lot of attention in that circle. Doing a great job.
Bayliss.
Against some pretty good defenders, so...
Swindle. Eventually finds over Upton. So this to push it back out to 2 goals the difference. Ava Upton, cool as you like. Deep into the 3rd quarter, gets it back to 2 goals. Oh!
Is that a Falcon?
It was, yep.
That's an end of season trip payment right there.
Yeah. Comes out wide, nicely taken by Swindle. Ooh. Oh, well done, Rory Barr.
Yeah, and beautiful touch on that pass. So we see Mount Ev take that 3-goal lead now.
Yep. Had Maddie George right in her vision, but did not matter at all. Ava Upton. Oh, no, she stepped offside.
And I'm not sure if that physicality she's copping is awakening a beast at the moment.
Maybe. So Wallmeyer short to Spinks. Spinks out wide to Dolphin. Hoskin can't pick it off. Good little feed. It goes underground to Lauren Spinks. And this needs to go through for Wandin. It does. So back to 2 goals the difference. They stay in touch. So Kayla Swindle. Bayliss. Kimpton. No, not quite.
Another strong take by Bayliss there, but again, Kaya sitting in that front position allows her to have a contest at that ball.
Here we go. Annie Brown comes on for the first time as well. She replaces Carly Dolphin as wing attack. In the meantime, Ava Upton back to 3 goals.
And Annie's one of those other up-and-coming players for Blaze. Made the top, I believe, 25, if I'm correct, in the state selection. So, again, another player of our VNL reserves. Unfortunately, just got caught on a foot there, so we'll see if Wandin can get this back for her.
Credibly already played 100 games for Wandin as well, given how young she is. Bayliss, Upton's the short option, and that's where she'll go. She'll come back to Kayla Swindle, Rory Barr, this to push it out to 4 goals. The difference for Mount Evelyn. And this is starting to become a handy margin right before 3-quarter time, and they've got the centre pass, Mount Ev. They've got the ascendancy,
Yeah, we've got Carly Dolphin just off here at the side with a wing bib on, so we'll see which end she rolls.
I'm guessing wing defence because she just came off from wing attack. Yeah, there we go. So she's going to replace Kai Kimpton. Upton. Oh, Swindle lost it momentarily.
Great hand in there by Kimpton.
Ava Upton.
The ball's never dead until it's through that ring, so really good how they keep contesting.
Yep, here's the change. Spinks wastes no time to Annie Brown. It comes back to Lauren Spinks. So Wandin have got a few answers to come up with here.
And a fantastic delivery to release that ball by Wallmeyer.
Yep.
And again, that's just Spinks doing that front cut. So it might just be that the Mount Ev defenders just need to sit off a little bit more to push her up the court again. And Bayliss's bib has come off again. I think she pulled it off herself that time. Just needed a break.
So Upton out wide, just a sprinkle of rain comes in, and here we go. This is a chance for Wandin.
That's the right idea. The space was there, just misjudged.
Yep.
So really, really crucial moment here. Only about 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Here we go. So Wandin have got to be quick. Dolphin onto Annie Brown. Back to Dolphin. Pulls the trigger to Spinks. Oh, well done, Swindle, for the moment.
Awesome closing speed there.
Anything to just run the clock down, I guess, at this point. Malia Blake, crucial shot at goal coming up here. She doesn't convert. Oh, it's going to stay with Wandin, so Spinks is going to come back to Wallmeyer. Puts it up, and Amalia Blake gets it under her control. This to get it back to 3 goals the difference. Got it.
So Wandin centre pass. And that should nearly be time in a moment. Oh, well done to the leader.
So 3/4 time, seconds away. Caitlin Black to Jackie Black. 2 Black sisters work in tandem. Swindle up and under ball. Eventually it drops for Caitlin Black. Spinks. Oh, Ella Bayliss.
She wants to throw it because there's not much time left.
Here we go. Maddie George picks it off. Is there one last goal here for Wandin? No, the Siren beats them. And that is 3/4 time here in the Premier Division A grade netball grand final at Don Road Recreation Reserve. Mount Evelyn with their noses in front, 37-34. It's anyone's game here, Sarah, at the final change.
So again, Mount Ev's won that quarter, so potentially more of a scoring end down the right-hand side of the screen here. So we'll see what happens in the last quarter.
Most certainly. We'll now head up to a break for 3/4 time. When we come back, we'll bring you all the action from what should be a thrilling final quarter. So we are about to get things underway here in the final quarter. Kayla Swindle with the centre pass. 3 goals separates the teams.
Just an extended break.
I think both teams just want to get things going. Here we go. So we are underway. Kayla Swindle to Bayliss. Short to Upton. Upton back into the hands of Ella Bayliss. Finds Swindle out wide.
And Bayliss's bib is nearly off again. Might need some tape for that.
I think so.
Again, great repositioning from Ruby Tidd there. So she's doing an awesome job of forcing the goalers really, really high.
Now over Upton's lost her bib. Might need a super glue potentially.
Yeah. Some double-sided tape.
Yeah. That breeze has picked up as well. That has got some bite. Kayla Swindle. Dolphin. Again, just stepped inside that circle.
Ken, we'd just love to see a bit more touch on the release of those passes, just up and over into the space, as well as the mid-court staying for a bit longer to protect it.
Yep.
So again, awesome defensive positioning by both Maddie George and Ruby. So they're doing an awesome job of flipping the body to push the goalers and lock them high away from the post. So, you know, the Mount Ev goalers really do need to have hard drives to the post if they can, just to open up that space a little bit more.
Here we go, and at all that, Mount Evelyn extend the margin to 4 goals, and they're going to be on the counter-attack, Sarah. Oh.
Unfortunately, just a bit of an overcooked pass there.
Upton back to Ella Bayliss. Rory Barr did well, gets rid of Ruby Tidd. Carly Dolphin, does she keep it in play? No, she doesn't.
That's a great contest. I'm really glad the umpire allowed that to play out with both players going up for the ball, not forward or back or any angle. They're both going straight up for the ball, so really good contest there, which we know we get from Dolphin in that role.
Bayliss, Upton's got front spot of Maddie George. It comes into the hands of Ava Upton. It comes out wide to Kayla Swindle.
Just want probably Rory Barr to finish that drive a little bit more. So all the way out to then push all the way back.
There we go, 5 goals of difference. Maddie George made her earn it, but Rory Barr extends that margin. And with the centre pass here, they can potentially make it 6 goals the difference. So again, they're in the attacking end. Mount Evelyn, Swindle with plenty of room to work with.
And again, that's probably a bar drive to the post if she can. So she's coming in very high, which is into the space of where Upton is. So I'd love to see a deeper entry from her just to open it up a bit more.
Swindle looks up ahead.
There it is, deeper entry. Well done.
Rory Barr just got that. Oh, Ruby Tidd, no, she hasn't. She got that separation of Maddie George. She didn't convert the first opportunity, but she's got the second. And gee, that's a handy lead now, Sarah. There's still time for Wandin, but it's getting away from him a little bit.
Yeah, and look, I'm a really big fan of the young girls on the court. I'm just wondering whether or not Wandin might need that bit more experience of Dolphin in wing attack with the connection through the court, or even Wallmeyer and Dolphin in that attacking mid-court.
Yep.
I've got big raps for Annie Brown. I think she's a brilliant young player. They might just need the familiar connections at this point in time.
No, definitely. So over Upton was a great intercept, but Wandin to eventually get the ball back under their control. Wallmeyer and Brown with a couple of 1-2s. George this time back to Wallmeyer. Lauren Spinks, Wandin need to get the next couple.
That's great ball movement, really good.
And a good baseline drive from Lauren Spinks as well.
Beautiful deep drive.
40-35. So want to get one back, but Mount Evelyn still with a pretty handy lead. A little underarm pass from Ella Bayliss works out fine to Kayla Swindle. Bayliss again involved. Roy Barr gets there.
There it is, the deep drive. She's ripped that rebound too over Ruby Tidd. Ruby was in a beautiful position there.
She most certainly was, you're right. That was a crucial moment for Rory Barr. Wallmeyer, Spinks, George, right up to the transverse line. Wallmeyer offloads it to Maddie George, who's going to go longer this time to Annie Brown.
That's a beautiful drive by Annie Brown at the top there.
So still 6 goals the difference.
And I'm happy to eat my words as well if she turns it on this last quarter.
I think it's a valid point. I mean, great player, but yeah, sometimes that experience, particularly in a big game like this, can just sometimes be... Because grand finals are very mental, aren't they, Sarah? It's sometimes it doesn't matter who's actually better, it's who can handle the occasion.
And unfortunately, Barr just coming from off court there, so a throw into Wandin.
So Wandin have to convert off this turnover. There's no real two ways about it.
That's great vision and a nice connection there by Brown.
George fakes a couple of times and then eventually offloads to Maddie Wallmeyer. Well done.
KB looking for that circle edge connection too. So a couple in a row here with the centre pass to follow.
Yep. So I think it's back to 4 goals. The scoreboard's not reading that way. They will keep a close eye on that. Maddie Wallmeyer, good work right out the back. Spinks. Jackie Black gets involved, can't complete the job. Lauren Spinks, Caitlin Black, it's up. And eventually Mount Evelyn are on the counter-attack. Well done, Caitlin Black. That is a crucial moment. Annie Brown can't quite pick it off. Hoskin, long drive. Ella Bayliss fakes, then eventually offloads to Ava Upton.
And now the sun's out with the rain.
Do you reckon sun showers happen anywhere else but Melbourne, Sarah? Just quietly.
I have no idea.
I don't reckon they do.
I don't get out much, so... And
anyway.
Nice fake there by Bayliss to open up Upton. And Rory Barr with the rebound again under the post. So well done to her for contesting those so beautifully. And centre pass for Mount Ev.
So 43-37, I think. Again, scoreboard not really moving. Ella Bayliss needs to offload. Eventually she does. Jackie Black just provides a bit of a hand up to Rory Barr, who's got up the court.
And Bayliss is on the ground. That's copping a bit of close attention there.
Yep.
And this is the tricky thing with this court surfaces is there's no time to address blood. It's you have to come off and get treated, which could prove to be critical time. So benches need to be set up ready to go to make that happen as quickly as possible if required. Here we go now. So that's happening now. So if you walk off really slow, then there's a bit more time to get everything ready.
Yep.
I see Hoskin return to that wing attack role.
So 43-37 is the score. Spinks, there was a bit of contact from Jackie Black, won't matter.
I love that Spinks let that ball go. That space was there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to be pulled in by Blake.
Yep.
But the space was on and the release was on. So well done to her for letting it go.
Jackie Black short to Jess Hoskin, offloads to Swindle. She wants to go long. Lauren Spinks, well done. Addie Brown tracks it back. George Brown comes laterally.
Great ball, yeah. Nice take.
Dolphin Wallmeyer. Swindle gets the hand in, but it's going to stay with Wandin. Just need to convert.
We see McGinley or Claudia Seymour just rolling back on into that wing defence role, and we're seeing Dolphin take the centre bib. So I wonder if that shift might happen a little bit. And McGinley rolling into goal defence again for Mount Evelyn.
So it's back to 5 goals the difference. 43-38 is the score. Hoskin.
Yeah, and great front ball give. I loved how she let that go straight away.
Rory Barr to get it back to 6 goals. The difference doesn't convert. Upton. Here we go. Here's a chance for Wandin. Need to go end to end. George is a little unsure where to go. Eventually she finds Warmeyer, who comes back to Maddie George. Couple of 1-2s between the two Maddies. It continues that way. Now they're inside the attacking third. Lauren Spinks. Warmeyer gets there. Got Blake up ahead. Spinks filled the hole. So Wandin have to convert here. Here is Amalia Blake.
And we see Carly Dolphin rolling on into centre for Wandin now. Wandin centre pass, so really crucial time for them.
It is. Lauren Spinks looking to try and get it back to 3 goals the difference.
Woolmeyer with the wing attack bib on.
Yep. So there's that experience you're talking about coming back onto the court. Oh no, there we go. They force a turnover, Mount Evelyn. They're on the counter-attack again. Tell you what, Sarah, KB's had some crucial moments in this last quarter and doesn't surprise us given all their experience.
Look, I wouldn't want to be the one trying to pick a best on medal today.
No. I've got to pick it for the footy. I don't have to do it for the netball. And you're absolutely right. I would not want to be trying to pick it. But I think KB would definitely be in the conversation.
She's not bad.
To put it one way.
Nice connection by Brown there. Really good release and go.
Comes over the top to Dolphin. She retreats back to Maddie George, who then gets it back to Carly Dolphin. Hoskin gives away contact. Wandin looking to try and get it back to 3 goals the difference. Here's a chance for Lauren Spinks.
And nails it. Great shot under pressure.
43-40, so Wandin just edging closer and closer. Suddenly just a bit of pressure back on Man. If they want to get the next one, just get a bit of a steadier. McGinley back on the court for Jackie Black. They move it forward to Swindle. Swindle waits and waits, eventually uploads.
A good contest by Seamos there around circle edge. I see Bayliss is getting ready to come back on.
Hoskin, Maddie George can't pick it off. Upton. Good feed, Rory Barr. Suddenly there's a bit of pressure on this shot. A goal by Rory Barr. Call as you like. Back to 4 goals the difference.
That is a really good shot under pressure.
It definitely was. A little bit of range on it as well, but yeah, it was so crucial because Wandin has started to just get on the heels a bit.
Yeah. They've seen Maddie Woolmeyer roll on into that wing attack position and Bayliss just rolling back on for Mount Evelyn, also into wing attack. So opting for that experience towards the back end.
Where are we, Sarah?
Probably about 4.5 minutes left.
So an offside call against Maddie Woolmeyer, and she is fuming about it as well, but I think it was probably there.
And we see a bit of gamesmanship happening down there. So Swindle wasn't really in a rush to go and get the ball, and Dolphins very much onto it, making sure she takes it quickly.
Bayliss at the top of the circle, short to Upton. Back to Ella Bayliss. Dolphin! Not quite. You can see that Wandin crowd, they're tense. They know these are crucial moments. Kayla Swindle. Can they get another steadier Mount Evelyn?
Love some movement here.
Here we go. Here's a chance for them. Maddie George! Gee, there was a very nervous moment. Maddie George just got it back under her control. Long drive is a good one to Carly Dolphin. They can potentially get this back to 2 goals the difference. Seamos. Short to Woolmeyer. McGinley just gives away some contact. But suddenly Wandin back from the dead. Just when it looked like Mount Evelyn going to run away with it, Amalia Blake has to put this through, and she does. It is back to 2 goals the difference. They have the centre pass, and Wandin are not done with yet. Woolmeyer to Seamos. They'll be inside the attacking third in a couple of seconds. Spinks offloads, retreats back to Seamos. Dolphin gets involved. Back to Maddie George. George pulls the trigger. Carly Dolphin. Amalia Blake got it.
Great ball. Really nice touch on that feed by Dolphin.
Back to 1 goal the difference. 44-43. And suddenly Mount Evelyn are very, very nervous. Wandin are right on their heels, and the Wandin crowd lift their voice. McGinley to Bayliss. Long drive. Over Upton.
We've seen Swindle just get pushed in the back, trying to get 50 metres too, I think. I think given the speed they're driving at, that's why it looked the way it probably did.
Yep.
And again, a great swing across the other side. Again, we need a bit more movement in the circle if we can. Just ball and post for Mount Evelyn's goalers.
Swindle.
And
well done.
draw, there you go. So opens up nicely. And nice finish by Barr.
Beautifully done, cool as you like. Wallmeyer.
It's probably about 2 minutes or so to go.
There we go. So Wandin have got to be quick. I can't afford to turn the ball over anymore from here, you would think. Spinks.
And a great shot by Spinks. Back to 1. Mount Evelyn centre pass.
So Kayla Swindle to Ella Bayliss. Looks up ahead. Rory Barr comes up to meet it. Back to Ella Bayliss. Mount Evelyn, they want to hold the ball. Swindle. Unsure. Back to McGinley.
And again, just need a bit more ball and post finishing the drives by the goalers. I know they might be really tired. It's been pretty physical. And Bayliss, unfortunately, offside.
This is the turnover. Keep going. They're away. Dolphin.
And it would be Wandin centre next as well.
It would be. Matty George. Unsure where to go. Back to Seamos. Seamos to Wallmeyer. Wandin looking to try and level the scores. She wanted to go long to Blake. She couldn't do that.
Goal attack.
Oh, no.
Turnover. Lots of offensive contacts.
Yeah, Lauren Spinks looks distraught as well. I think she knows there's not long left. And a golden opportunity maybe for Wandin gone begging. Kayla Swindle. McGinley gets it under her control. Mandev trying to hold it. I think they know there's not long left. But one more goal certainly wouldn't hurt them.
It's probably still about 30 seconds.
Only one goal separates the sides. Swindle.
And they don't actually need to score. Also being called
here we go.
For an offensive contact.
They've got to be quick. George Dolphin. Carly Dolphin looks up ahead. Maddie Wallmeyer needs to offload. Baylor steps offside. Here is Wallmeyer. Will she be brought forward? Spinks. Swindle can't cut it up. Amalia Blake has got it. Scores a level. The centre pass goes with Wandin. Dolphin to Seamos. And there's the sign. We're going to extra time. We are going to extra time in the Premier Division A Grade Netball Grand Final, 45 apiece. We saw it 3 years ago in Premier Division with Olinda Ferny Creek and Narry Warren. We saw it last year in Division 1 with Seville and Warburton and Millgrove. This is unbelievable, Sarah.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
I almost can't say I'm surprised, to be perfectly honest. We are going to extra time. Oh man, if they had the ball down there, Sarah, they were just about home, but they coughed it up. Will that come back to bite them? They lost by 1 goal last year to Narry Warren. They want to try and get their revenge, but mind you, this Wandin side also have been so close the last couple of years. There is plenty of noise coming from that Wandin crowd. The Mandev crowd are pretty quiet.
First to 2, okay, yep.
So 5-minute halves in extra time. If it stays level, it's going to be the first to hit the front by 2 goals.
And this is where you see your big time players really step up.
Definitely.
So there was probably a bit of worrying about the clock towards the end of that game. Unfortunately, at this level, you can't necessarily focus on the time ticking down. You just got to play each moment as it comes. So we'll see if they can reset right across the court.
Ella Bayliss gets involved. So Wandin have dug deep because they were down by 6 goals in that last quarter. To get this back to extra time, an incredible effort. Mount Evelyn in there attacking and Swindle. Upton. Good start for Mount Evelyn, but over Upton has to convert here, and she will not. Ruby Tinn's got it. And the Dogs will be on the counter-attack. No, they won't. Kayla Swindle. What a game she's played, Rory Barr. And this time, Mount Evelyn do get the first goal. They get the 1-goal margin back. Wandin with the centre pass. Wallmeyer. Spinks. Seamoss. Dolphin calls for it. She'll get it as well. Gets through to Kayla Swindle. Lauren Spinks. There we go. How about that? Back to a level pegging. 46 goals apiece. In they go again.
So again, another great connection between Bayliss and Swindle. And again, good coverage by Ruby Tidd to push the goal as high.
So now Wandin on the counter-attack. Ruby Tidd to Maddie George. Swindle can't quite pick it off. It's going to stay with Wandin. So nothing splits the teams at the moment, but Wandin probably with the advantage. They've got the turnover and the centre pass next if they can convert here. Kayla Swindle. No. Wallmeyer, sorry, not Wallmeyer. Here is Maddie Wallmeyer now. Oh, no.
Unfortunately, just overcooked it. Wallmeyer's trying to join the crowd for a froth already by the looks of it.
Caitlin Black, short, nicely done to McGinley. McGinley, good cover there from Amalia Blake, but it comes back to McGinley onto Swindle. Looks up ahead, no, she'll retreat back to Caitlin Black. So Wandin have done this pretty well. Oh, well done though, Hoskin.
Yeah.
So crucial.
She's been really, really steady in that wing defence role.
She definitely
really
has.
Safe.
Swindle, Upton. Ella Bayliss again about to lose her bib. About the 20th time today, Ava Upton to get Mount back in front.
And another great rebound by Rory Barr under there. She's been rock solid.
She has been, and she gets Mount back in front in all of that. So the Dogs looking to respond. Wallmeyer. Short to Dolphin. Back to Seamoss.
And a nice cover by McGinley there on Spinks in the front.
George high up and under ball. Lauren Spinks, well done. And in all that, Wandin level the scores. 47 apiece. Back in the centre for Kayla Swindle. Again,
the nice coverage by Seamoss in the middle there to force Mount Ev to go back.
Hoskin to Bayliss.
Just need Mount Evelyn to probably narrow the court a little bit more, so a bit of earlier depth down the court to then be able to punch up the middle, just getting caught wide a little bit.
So now Rory Barr. Again, brilliant connection, as you mentioned, Sarah, between Bayliss and Swindle. Upton comes back to Kayla Swindle. Now it comes to Rory Barr. Oh, Maddie George, well done off the post. Wandin on the counter-attack. Tidd, Seamoss, Wallmeyer. All the way across to Maddie George, who started it all. Dolphin. Over the top to Wallmeyer. Good work rate. Spinks. Oh, McKinley. How important was that?
So a nice quick transition down the court. And contact by Maddie George outside the circle, holding Upton. Nice feed to Barr in the front space. And finishes with a goal.
There we go. So they've had a couple of chances, Wandin, this last quarter, Sarah, off the turnover, but man, they've just keep finding something every time they look like they're going to steal it. Seamoss to Wallmeyer. Oh, Dolphin did well. Nearly was going to go over her head. Back to Seamoss. Now Mount Ever boxing Wandin in quite nicely. Wallmeyer, though, presents a good option.
Nice cuts from the to the circle edge by the Wandin mid-court.
Oh!
Unfortunately, overcooks it.
I just don't think Kelly Dolphin was on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh!
And nearly gets it back. So Spinks just has to be careful here.
Yeah.
Just needs to take a little bit of a breath because her team really needs her firing.
They do, yeah. She's had just a couple of little moments, hasn't she, that haven't gone her way.
So see holding against Tidd down this end on Barr and finished by Barr.
Yes, there we go. So the scoreboard's gone a bit early, but it is 49-47. Mount Evelyn.
And we see Seamoss she was in the right position, just didn't have enough of a margin to step and cut Bayliss off. And that's probably just the experience there to cut through by Bayliss. Beautiful shot by Upton.
And 3 goals the difference now, Sarah. Can't be too long left in this first half. There it is,
Oh, I
yep.
called it. Well done. And unfortunate for Wandin because they won't then get the centre pass. This one. So it's a straight switch here by the looks of things.
Yep.
Because they're only 5-minute halves, not 7. Usually with traditional, there may be with 15-minute quarters. They may usually run a 7, but the bylaws here are 2 5-minutes with a straight switch.
So Mount Evelyn with the advantage, 3 goals in the lead with the centre pass to start things off in the final quarter. Good cover from Carly Dolphin. Bayliss and Swindle working in tandem. Hoskin gets involved too. Good take by Kayla Swindle.
Now, the last time Mount Evelyn and Wandin played in a grand final was, I believe, on this court in 2012.
Yep.
That also went to overtime.
And you were playing in that game, I believe, Sarah.
I actually was, and so was Ella Bayliss.
Yep.
A long time ago.
So here is Kayla Swindle. Back to Ella Bayliss. Maddie George.
Maddie George, she is just phenomenal. Like
She
her
is.
work rate and how clean she is to the ball. She's one of those, like that, she's one of those players you just love to coach.
Crucial win there. There we go. Just as
Heart, yep.
she's done you well there, Sarah.
I know, I'm pretty lucky. Thanks, Mads.
Gave her a massive rap, and she really came through. So Wandin have to convert here. They're 3 goals down. Dolphin gets it under her control. She is cooked as well, Maddie George. She's given it everything she's spent, but I think she deserves this bit of break for the moment.
Great shot by Marley there, under pressure as well.
So back in the centre, Carly Dolphin. Back to Maddie George. Puts it up. Seamos does well.
Great take by Seamos. She's been really strong in that role, particularly carrying the ball down the court too.
And Amalia Blake's got it. Back to 1 goal the difference. Wandin aren't going to go away. So man of again, need to try and find the steadier. Bayliss. High up and under. Blocked and did well. Oh, that is clutch, but Maddie George.
Drop. Post was moving a little bit there.
Long drive. Seamos gets them moving. Wandin looking to try and level the scores. Maddie George, who started this passage of play, involved again. Dolphin. Blake has got it. And Wandin level the scores. They have the centre pass. They can potentially hit the front. Every time you think, man, they're going to run away with it, Wandin just won't go away. Dolphin offloads. No, not for Jess Hoskin. Wallmeyer, Spinks, offloads. Can Lauren Spinks get Wandin back in front? Oh, well done.
Offload. Yeah, up by 1, Wandin.
There we go, and
They've scored 4 in a row, I believe.
They have, yes.
Yeah.
They were down by 3.
We just need Mount Ev to see if they can narrow the court up a little bit. Just getting caught a little bit wide. Finish the drives. Just probably need to give and go onto circle edge a little bit more. Ella's run into the circle there, but unseen by the umpire.
Oh, Upton gets it under her control. She's not looked super confident in these later stages.
You know.
Oh, well done, Maddie George.
Unfortunately, unable to pull that one in, so turnover to Wandin, currently up by 1 goal.
If they could get the 2-goal margin with the centre pass, they will be in the box seat. Wallmeyer, Seamos, Ruby Tid to Seamos, Dolphin. I think wanted to try to hold the ball here.
I think you could be onto something there.
I just wonder if it's a bit too early to do that, though. Swindle can't quite.
There's no rush to score.
No, definitely not.
They're already up, so it's just about staying composed. And for Mount Ev, it's about staying in play to be able to contest.
Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, no, this could be costly for Mount Evelyn. Bayliss, long drive, Upton. Oh, well done over Upton. Can she convert, though? She can! Scores a level, 51 apiece. Wandin have the centre pass, though. Oh, well done, Wallmeyer.
I don't know, is that meant to be Mount Evelyn's centre pass? Maybe I'm off.
No, I think it was Wandin. Dolphin. They've got a score now, Amanda, but she comes back to Maddie George. Can't be long left in the second half of this one. Lauren Spinks.
They got to grab
She's
it.
got it.
Grab the ball.
They've got the lead back, 52-51. They've got to be quick, man, Evelyn. It comes out wide. Oh, McKinley, crucial.
Go.
Bayless does exactly that to Rory Barr. It comes out wide. Swindle, Queen in the one hand. Upton. She's 17 years of age in this grand final. Oh, she's got the rebound. This time it's back to a level pegging, 52 apiece. Can Wandin get back in front? Can Manev steal it? Wallmeyer. Wandin, no, they've got to be quick. Spinks. Oh, nearly for Hoskin. Blake. Wandin back in front, 53-52. KB knows they've got to be quick. Swindle. Bayless. Over the top to Rory Barr. Upton. Oh, well done, Rory Barr. Scores the level again, 53 apiece. You can't split them. Comes out wide to Wallmeyer. Oh, Bayless. No.
Unfortunately, obstruction by Swindle there. So
Dolphin.
nice connection. Oh, great
Spinks.
speed.
Got.
And that went through, I think.
It did go through, just through the little hole in the net. 53-54.
Projecting here. You've got to take it. Got to go.
Bayless. No, she's got to be quick. Rory Barr to level it all up again. It won't drop. This could be it for Wandin. They might be home now. I reckon they can hold the ball now, Sarah. Dolphin. Back to Matty George. To Tid. Wallmeyer. George.
Wallmeyer's experience here, just going possession.
George back to Wallmeyer.
They've got to
Dolphin.
go one-on-one here, Mount Ev.
They do.
want to turn it over.
Oh, Wallmeyer got
That
up.
was the one she had to go for.
Amalia Blake, this could just about do it. I reckon Wandin are home now. There it is, Wandin are your Premier Division A grade premiers for season 2025. They avenge their loss from 2023. It is heartbreak for Mount Evelyn once again. It was a 1-goal loss last year. It's 2 goals this year. The Dogs, from 6 goals down in the last quarter, come from nowhere to steal it in extra time. Sarah, what an incredible grand final.
Oh, you can't wish for much more than that,
No.
really. Hopefully everyone that's watching at home got as much enjoyment out of that as we did here. So, amazing job to Wandin. I think those connections really shone through there at the end, particularly in that mid-court. They should be really proud of that and the season that they've had. And Mount Evelyn too, that's going to be a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yes.
1 goal last year, 2 goals this year. Phenomenal group of players and people. You got to feel for them.
Yeah, most certainly. And that 6-goal lead as well. That's something they may lament, but well done to Wandin. They would have been so hungry from the last couple of years. 2 prelim exits, the grand final loss in 23, but they get it done on this occasion. This Mount Evelyn side, it just wasn't to be today, unfortunately. An incredible season, but this rivalry, another story to be told. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in through the local footy up to our Premier Division A grade netball grand final. Congratulations to Wandin. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, we do have the senior footy live and available through the local footy hub and Yarra Valley FM 99.1, so make sure you stick around. But thanks for tuning in. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me up as well today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for everyone for tuning in, and goodbye for now.
Okay, we'll get our presentation underway. What a great game of netball between 2 great sides. Congratulations, Wandin, and commiserations to Mount Evelyn, but congratulations on a great season nonetheless. I'd like to welcome Sarah Hogan from North East Blaze Netball Club and Anita Woods from the Wandin Millgrove Football Netball Club to assist us with our presentations today. First off, we'd like to present our medals to our grand final umpires, starting with James Morrison. Brad Keats. And Kieran Cantwell. The Anita Woods medal for the best player on court goes to Wandin's captain, Matty George. I'd now like to invite Mount Evelyn's coach, Caitlin Black, up to say a few words.
Thanks, Matt. God, I can't believe I'm doing this 2 years in a row. This hurts a little bit more, I think. First of all, I think I'd say round one, but maybe even pre-season, we really believed it was going to be you and us at the end. And I think Wandin, you guys are a huge force in this league in every division. And I would say I'm really glad that it seems like you guys are sticking around, because if we didn't get to play you, I don't think it would be anywhere near as fun. You're a phenomenal team from end to end, so well done. Enjoy this. To Matt and the league, it is one of the best competition. There's a reason why everyone comes. We obviously know there's not a lot of money in netball, so you can't really draw people in with that, but people play because of the love of it, and this league is fantastic. So thank you to everything that you guys did. Even the spectacle today, it's phenomenal, so thank you. Thanks to the umpires. I know you don't get a lot of credit, particularly from Mount Ev. I think at times we can work on our game face, but thank you so much for the day. You give it everything. I still don't even know what to say to my girls. I really believe in this group, and I think it's 9 athletes that I'm so proud to stand next to, and I don't think I'd want to stand next to anyone else. And this is really going to hurt, and that's okay, but I love you and I'm really proud. And I don't think there's anything else to say other than thank you so much to everyone for coming. Thanks to our Mount Ev family. Get around our C grade.
Thanks, Caitlin. I now invite Wandin coach Ruby Tidd up to say a few words, please.
What a game. Thank you, first of all, to Mount Evelyn. It's a bit of a battle of blaze because we're all friends on and off the court and teammates in other clubs and so forth, but we do really respect you each as players and friends, and it's always, of course, obviously, an extremely good matchup against you, so thank you. To my girls, I think we have a very special group, which sounds a bit cliche, but we have a range of personalities, but I think what separates us is that we have a genuine love for each other, and it shows on the court. We have each other's backs and we'll do anything for each other, so really well done today. I'm proud of every single one of you, and let's celebrate tonight. Just lastly, thank you to our spectators over there. It makes a difference on court, so thank you. To the league, umpires, Matt, you're a champion. Go Dogs.
Thanks, Ruby. We'd like to now invite our premiers to come up to accept their premiership medallions, starting with Amalia Blake. Annie Brown. Carly Dolphin. Kaya Kimpton. Kayla Ma. Claudia Semos. Lauren Spinks. Ruby Tidd. Maddie Wallmeyer. And captain and best on court medalist, Anita Woods medalist, Maddie George. If I can just ask Maddie and Ruby to come and accept the Premiership Cup and the Premiership flag. Congratulations to Wandin, our Outer East Football Netball Premier Division A grade champions of 2025.
This has been a Game Face Vision production.